How did the cost of living and hardship change your life?
I mean, I started walking to a lot of places.
Kasanga, this is where cost of living won't choke the living.
Hi, please tell us your name and what you do.
My name is Charles Okeke. I am a digital marketer.
Hi, my name is Bams and I'm an actress.
My name is Wonola Lanre Akiremi. I am an actor, a voiceover artist, and a model. Wolf, and I do my best.
My name is Adik Saxo. I'm a professional event and TV host. I'm an actor and a model.
My name is Dina Ade, and I am an arts and entertainment professional.
My name is Delma Wanzekin. I'm a social media manager. I'm a hairstylist. And basically, that's all I do. I do jama for a living.
Hi, my name is May, and I'm one half of the duo Oiza X May, and I'm a singer and an actress recently. But yeah.
My name is Oiza. I am the second half of the duo Oiza X May. I am a singer, songwriter, actor, and skinny legend in my spare time.
What's one moment from the year that changed you in a way you didn't expect?
A moment from this year that changed me in a way that I didn't expect.
It's not just one moment. I think there's just been a lot of things that have.
Just having conversations with friends and digging deeper into, who we are, what makes us who we are, and just realizing that we're not as different as we thought.
Realizing that as you get older, you have to really care for your health, and nobody's exempt for the unpredictability of life and such things.
At a point where I had to extend my tentacles as regard my career path, and it was really, really stressful, and I totally understood that when you're trying to expand, it can be painful, it can be dramatic, but then it was a good moment for me.
Our Instagram got taken down for a while, and that kind of made me realize that I can live without it.
I had a lot of moments. I think one of them would be when I decided to actually go for what I really wanted. I mean, I've always known what I wanted, but sometimes life would just put you on a path that would lead you entirely different from what you actually want. I think it was me changing roles, career-wise. I used to do something else before, still under the same 9 to 5, before changing to something that is in line with, let's say, a creative side to, career path or career-wise.
I think when I got to a point where I realized that I had to have a childlike surrender to God to take control of situations, because me feeling as if I can fix situations myself doesn't seem to be working, to be honest. Changed me in ways I did not expect. I think the very first moment that changed me in a way I didn't expect was, I think it was a job. I was on a job and I had to, it was work and everything, and so I was supposed to work with this person again. But usual me, I'll be complicit, I'll just say, you know what, I'll turn up, I'll do this work. But they were not willing to offer me what's my value, right? And the usual me would just say, just do it. But I'm like, I'm not doing it. And yeah, it just butted into my strong will, and I think that's the moment that really changed for me this year. So I can say no, and I can say no boldly.
June 6, 2025, my cousin gave birth to a beautiful, beautiful baby girl, Skylar. And I feel that's the point in my life that I never expected would actually change the phase I was in at that particular point. So yeah.
I started realizing that my parents are getting old. And that kind of puts a lot into perspective for me. It made me appreciate them more. I just started looking at my parents differently because this is their first time doing life as well. It just gave me a deep appreciation for them and how much I want to have them for the rest. I want to have them forever. So it just made me, it kind of changed the way I interact with them, things like that.
What held you back the most this year and why?
What held me back the most this year?
Fear of the unknown, fear of the
like the actualization of my dreams, the enormosity of my dreams. Let me give context to that. I have been in rooms where I've only dreamt of being in this year, and I've actually shot myself in the legs sometimes, you know, feeling like I have not been able to offer enough value. But you know what? I'm like, I'm calling the bluff of it, and I'm like, if I'm in that room, then I'm supposed to be in that room. But sometimes when you're in places where you've really only just imagined, you know, you could be a bit nervous and stuff like that. So I think that's what has held me back the most this year. But for the most part of it, I have been going for my dreams and I've been pushing. So it really has been a great year.
I think being in my own head and being afraid was something that held me back. I'm somebody that wants to wait on something is perfect before I do it. But sometimes you just have to learn on the go. If you wait for perfection, you'll never do the thing. And we always get better. So the first time you try it is never going to be the perfect version of what you will achieve if you just keep doing it.
I had a lot of plans from the beginning of this. In fact, from last year, I had a lot of plans that I was not able to execute because of the finances.
Friendship breakups, that definitely held me back a lot this year. I feel like it held me back because quite a few of them I didn't expect. So that was very, yeah.
But Nigeria as a whole, yes, Nigeria really did.
The country, because it sucks. Unfortunately, we are being run by morons.
The major thing that held me back this year was the fact that I am currently running a program in medical sciences, and the institution has, and they are really, really stressing me, and it's been affecting me from doing certain things as regard my career, and it's really held me back. And I can liken it to Nigeria as well because the country is just there.
I feel like the thing that held me back isn't holding me back anymore. Like I said, I was in a different role before, and it was a struggle because I am a content creator as well, aside being a digital marketer. So I used to always tend to come to work early, 7 a.m. I'm at work. Work starts 8. You know, I'm trying to make a lot of content that I can make before the day starts, you get, and it could be stressful sometimes because every day I'm coming early. Sometimes I have to leave late because I'm also trying to make up content. It used to be hard because juggling both work and content, you still edit, you still post, you know. But yeah, basically that's held me the most. I feel like I would have been more productive then. I mean, I was still productive, but thank God. No.
What held me back the most this year was false humility. Because I've always been her. And I should have accepted the fact that I was her, whether or not it makes people uncomfortable.
Nothing held me back. I've been on full throttle all year.
What are you most proudest of yourself for, even if nobody noticed?
Woo! That's beautiful. That's an amazing one.
I went through a serious, how would I explain? I went through a serious case of depression and nobody could tell. And at the end of the day, I found myself, I worked on myself. I made good of what the situation I was in at a particular time.
Keeping going, because obviously, you know, you have to keep going. There's no, you know, there's nothing you can do. Like you just have to get up and fight. Fall down 10 times, get up 20 times. I'm
most proud of myself for showing up. My ability to keep going. As an actor, my job is a job of rejection. I have received a lot of no's, but you know what? I keep going, and I believe that I'm worthy, right? I believe that I deserve this platform. I have been chosen to do this, and so nothing has stopped me. Listen, it's been a moment where nobody has really known what I have had to go through, but I know, right? And I'm so proud of myself because I have pushed against the odds. I have pushed the barriers, and I've just kept going for what I want. And that's something to be absolutely proud of.
I'm very proud of my musical journey. There are a lot of things that I'm going to refer to my sister a lot. I know you are just seeing me here, but I'm two. I'm going to refer to my sister a lot, but like
Me and my sister, we did a lot of shows this year, like our personal shows. So that kind of made me really proud. And then personally for me, I think my fitness, I was a little more serious with it this year. So
Die. Thank God.
I'm proud of my growth. Yeah, I'm proud of my growth. It's been really amazing. I have grown compared to last year. I have hosted more events. I had a list during the course of in the beginning of this year. I had a list of what I really wanted to achieve, and I am able to achieve 3 out of 4 of them. Yeah.
I'm really proud of the development of my company, TAF, the Arts Front. Everything I've said I would do, I've done. I've learned French. I've built my company to a stage where almost at completion. I've been introduced to people that I wouldn't have met if I hadn't moved forth. And I'm just very excited for everything that's to come from that.
I'm going to talk about it in relates to, I have 2 things. So my fitness journey, I took it more seriously this year. And I think my sister and I focused on our music a lot more in terms of not waiting for people to give us handouts. We started like, not handouts necessarily, but like waiting for people to do things, looking for permission. We just started to do stuff and take risks. So it was something that was very helpful.
My type of personality, I would say I'm actually very proud of that. Sometimes I ask people, am I too much? That's the energy I have. I don't like to be in dull rooms, and if it's a dull room, I like to be the light of that room, the energy bringer.
I supported my family a lot more, as I don't usually do, but a lot more this year.
Alright guys, so if you are enjoying this content,
Which we're sure you are.
you should like,
Comment,
share
subscribe,
with your ex
share with your future husband.
and your other exes,
Yeah.
because I don't know, I think I just bagged me a fine one.
What's the biggest regret you have from this year?
Biggest regret I have? That's a good question.
I can't remember though, because I don't really dwell on regret like that.
I don't have any regrets. I'm very proud of every single day lived this year. No regrets whatsoever. Everything has happened exactly as it's meant to, and it will continue to.
I don't know if it's a regret. I would just say a learning curve, right? It's something that spiraled from last year into this year. I was supposed to be on a job. But again, I am a very committed person, and when I commit to something, I go my all in, right? So I was reached out to for a project that is really doing well now in cinemas, right? But I had committed to my acting coach because she had like a talent showcase, right? I committed to that, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be there because she reached out to me earlier. But this mentor reached out to me too, and I was like, I was willing to show up, but the dates were clashing. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna commit to what I had gone with first. And then this movie comes out and it's the talk of the town. And I'm like, a part of me is watching on screen. I'm like, saying I'm supposed to do this, but I'm like, more will come, more will come. So it's not a regret. It's just a learning curve. And I think you cannot do everything. You cannot have everything. So no regrets here.
Being born in this country in the first place.
Would be letting certain situations get the better of me. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Meeting certain people and letting them have access to me in the first place.
The biggest regret I have from this year is that there are people that I was supposed to knock, that I did not knock. God, every day I will not be thinking, God, should I not have knocked them? Say no to violence.
There's somebody I actually need to beat that I didn't beat. And I feel like we should normalize beating people. It's wrong. We're not violent in this establishment, but yeah. You get some people you're supposed to headbutt.
Do you want to tell us who?
No, but just, yourself, headbutt them today.
I used to also do fashion, right? And at the point I stopped because the studio I used to use to make fashion content was taken out because of the whole Coastal Road thingy. And at that period, I think I was getting to a peak. I had this deal from a brand, a very big brand, I don't want to say, that was in collab with a very big artist. So they reached out like, oh yeah, sure, cool. At that point, I was already not making fashion content as I used to. And they said, okay, they'll get back to me. We talked, so big money, good money. And, I couldn't get a space, right? I had not made my own personal space. And they said they were going to get back. And when they got back, like, oh, they noticed, it was a very painful experience. It sparked something in me. I had never actually been in that position where a brand would reach out and be like, oh, we can't really work with you right now because so. It was painful. But yeah, I mean, something is coming, you guys. So we'll be back on that track very soon.
I thought I would. God. I spent most of my time being inside and being down, being depressed, struggling with life itself without really putting effort into what I could do. I didn't give myself enough chance to explore. I spent most of my time being down, depressed, thinking about what could have happened instead of me making actual move. I let things slow me down. I spent most part of this year being indoors and limiting myself on what I could achieve.
What's one area of your life you would want to take more seriously next year?
More seriously next year.
Man, these abs that I've been aspiring for like 10 years, I get so close and then they drag me back. I discovered bubble tea this year, so you can imagine my waistline got thicker. So next year I really want to make sure I get abs.
My craft, just continuing to be on set, be amongst creatives.
How to be prudent with my spending. That area of my life is really shaky. It's really, really shaky. I'm an impulsive spender and it's affecting my whole life in general. So I really want to take that part of my life very seriously next year. I don't want to.
Prepping for the incoming doom that is coming to the country. I think everybody thinks I'm joking, but it's true.
I'll take my nutrition more seriously. Eating things that nourish my body. Actually, just nutrition in general. Nourishing my body, my spirit, my soul. So be that in terms of food, be that in terms of what I let into my space, and my prayer life as well. So if I nourish my spirits by praying, nourish my body by eating the right things, and nourish my soul by just allowing good energy into my life, I think my year will be very great.
I want to focus on my prayer life more next year. Yeah, just have a closer relationship with God.
I feel it to be personal branding, myself and my brand, my other name, my social media, what people know me for. I would like to take them both very seriously in terms of how I am seen outside, because I think it's very important, because the way people see you is the same way people would associate with you. The way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself, it is very, very important. And I think I will be taking that into a very, very much serious consideration next year.
My vision to be global. I really do not want to play small. I'm very, very interested in being part of the greats. I'm actively in pursuit of greatness. And so what that means is I have to match up with that energy. I have to present myself as such. I have to dress as such. I have to speak as such, right? So it's like a whole 360. It's a 360 change for me. So I am really interested in connecting more beyond the shores of Nigeria, for global work, to just connect, meet with people globally and just do stuff, because I know what I'm capable of, and I know I'm only firing a few cylinders, and I really just want to go all out next year to get to my vision and my goal.
My physique and the job I do. Till this year, I actually had I spent last year figuring how to be into a content space and everything, but still yet I didn't achieve. So I feel like, yes, I would use most of my time working on my physical looks and what I could achieve here.
What moment in Nigerian pop culture made you proud this year?
Has to be fashion. I mean, over the years, people know that we are doing very well in Nigeria, but this year has been very more amazing. I mean, Sarah was in Nigeria for Lagos Fashion Week. Everybody just wants to be related to Nigeria. You see, people that don't have anything to do with Nigeria are always saying, oh, I love Nigerian outfits. I mean, people are ordering outfits from Nigeria out of the country for prom and all of that. So yeah, fashion, the evolution is something I'm very proud of.
Fashion Week, seeing all the beautiful gowns and clothing. Yeah, that was a proud moment.
It's not a moment, but it's something that's going on right now, and it's the emergence of Hausa artists. I'm really enjoying the difference in sound and the incorporation of their culture and being able to experience them in a way that I haven't before. I really, really like that.
To be honest, anything that Thames is on, I think she even released something recently. Was it today or yesterday? So anything that Thames is on, shout out to Thames, shout out to our manager Donna One, shout out to Ali.
You know, anytime Thames does anything, it just makes me proud. It doesn't have to be pop culture. I'm just like, man, I love that babe. So she always makes me proud.
In film, a lot of things, really. I like where the industry is at the moment. I know we could be at a better place, but we're at a great place, right? I like that. I have seen global collaborations. I have friends, and I've also been reached out to for some global jobs. You're talking about the global dream. I like that the industry's in a place where new talent is being, we're being drafted into the system and we're working and not just doing mega work, but we're doing active work. We're doing great work. We're doing work that is of great repute.
Okay, I think it's Hilda's cookathon. That shit was actually fire, It was actually really bold. Like, I don't think anybody would have pulled such. Go Hilda.
JP 2025. That was a time that I felt like, yeah. That's two different cultures coming together. The baby's happy. She found love.
I really want to say, but I can't. So recently there was a particular girl that was having troubles in her marriage. And it's been a back and forth between her and the person she married. And everybody on social media was like, well, you shouldn't have married this person. And all of us kind of rallied behind her. I think that's a pop culture moment for me that's, was entertaining. And I was like, made me look at things differently. It's like, okay, we kind of are getting on the same page here.
How did the cost of living and hardship change your life?
It's like you want me to cry.
I mean, I started walking to a lot of places.
Kasanga, this is where cost of living won't choke the living.
I relocated to Lagos this year in January. I mean, I've been always in and out of Lagos, but I really did not feel the expenses when I was just sneaking in and sneaking out. But now that I'm currently living in Lagos, it's shocking. It's really choking.
It forced me to start a new business and expand my existing business. That's how it has affected me.
I think everybody is just thinking twice before purchasing things. For me, I would say I've just been more spending conscious than I was before, because everything has gone up and things will continue to go up if, something isn't done. So just getting adjusted to the new reality of what that looks like.
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I just know I eat. I don't bother about what to wear. It's not something that is really choking me because I'm not letting it, right? I'm just really focused that my own bread is from heaven. My economy is of God, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's hard out there. It really is hard. I'm not saying it's not, but I choose perspective, and I just choose to put my gaze on something different. That's it, basically.
I mean, I think it affected everybody because things in the market that were like cheaper or cheap became a little more expensive. I feel like the price of bread increased and the average household cannot afford to buy bread anymore. So that kind of made me sad.
Yo, like I said, I'm stubborn. Show me the obstacles, no matter. So for me, it's the harder it gets, the harder I want to be to if I know I have to get somewhere and I have to run to get there, I have to run. If I have to crawl, I have to crawl. It will only get harder. It's not going to get, to get to this place, it's obviously going to get harder. So are you going to be soft? I have to be harder too as well.
It just makes things a lot harder. It's almost like the goalpost keeps shifting. It's like we are stuck surviving. Can't even be inventive or anything. So yeah, it's been really, really shifting and changing my life every day, to be honest.
It's really hard. Things are hard. I won't even lie. This one, there's no sugarcoating. There's nothing like, oh, it's one particular person that is facing this thing. We are all facing it. Things are hard. Everybody is just using steeds and crews to cover their pain. Things are really, really hard. There's no affect me moments. Everybody collect one too. Nigeria.
So I'm not going to sit down here and act as if I don't have some level of privilege because my parents are still alive and I have a support system, right? But then me that has a support system, I find it difficult to do certain things. And then I just now think about those that don't have a support system. So that was something that really plagued me for a while this year. It made me really sad to just see how people were suffering. Although I was not in direct contact with the suffering, because I can't sit down here, me in these nice clothes, sitting in this studio, discussing this thing. I can't sit down here and say that I was directly affected by hardships. It's not like I didn't face it, but I wasn't directly, like, let's say beans was now 5,000. Beans was 5,000, went to 11,000, right? It's something that will pain me. It would just mean that, I cannot buy beans this month. I will reduce the amount of beans I'm buying. But then that beans from 5,000 to 11,000 means to another family that they cannot eat for that month, And so when I would think about it, it's like, okay, me, I'm managing, and it's pinching me. But how much more the person that was struggling in the beginning? Do you understand? So that was something that's really made me sad.
What's one thing you wish Nigerians would talk about more honestly?
Oh, I love this question. Oh my God. There's so many things, but
I wish Nigerians would talk about the realities of being young in this country and the instability that it causes for us, and how no matter how hard you're working, you may be or feel like you are 10 steps behind of your counterparts across the globe.
The level of insecurity. Places are not safe. You can't even go as far as you think you can because of the thought of trying to be safe. Insecurity is really, really serious, and people don't put in so much effort into that.
Nigeria really needs to be very vocal when it comes to their choices in politics. I mean, every single person in Nigeria has the right to vote and be voted for. But I don't like the fact that some persons are acting like, this thing is not really my problem. And at the end of the day, every single one of us are going to chop the L. And now it's affecting all of us. So I really wish Nigerians can be more vocal about their choices, be very expressive when it comes to politics and all of that, because in 2025, it really does not make any sense if you are trying to be conservative about what you say just because you're a professional or because of your career path. You don't want to talk about what is going on in the country. I really wish every single Nigerian can have that boldness to be more expressive about what is going on in the country.
How our government isn't really ruling us properly. Our leaders, we need you guys to do more for us. And a lot of people are very mute about this. Sometimes I myself am guilty of this. I see things and the thoughts I would have, or the what contribution I would have, I would just say things that I won't say it out. I feel like a lot of Nigerians are like this. A lot of us are like this. We always, when something happens, we just say in our small circle, let's come outside, let's talk about it, let's speak up. I feel like on the long run, I feel like that would actually help us. But until then, we have a long way to go.
Nigerians need to understand that in order to be able to take the country back, there has to be violence. There has to actually be violence. I'm sorry. There's no other way. Nobody's coming to save us. There's no foreign aid. There's no American hero or anything that you see in the movies. There's nothing that's coming to save you. You have to save yourself.
I would say misogyny, I would say the patriarchy, I would say marriage, I would say incest and child sexual abuse, domestic violence. I could literally go on and on and on and on. Yeah, I feel like there's topics. Oh, and then our leaders, of course, I feel like Nigerians are not honest about our leaders and, the changes that need to be made in order for Nigeria to progress.
I wish Nigerians would talk about the sexism in this country more honestly. Because I feel like we hide a lot of our bad behavior under tradition and religion. And if we look at it deeply, those traditions are circumspect to time. And the way we're interpreting religion and how it treats women is not I don't think it's the way God intended for us to do so.
I think Nigerians should talk about more honestly, and we should have more conversations as regards the dating space, the dating pool, the dating culture, love, relationship. I I'm a deep thinker, and I'm very, very different in my conversations and regards that aspect. But I think people should genuinely have conversations, intelligent conversations about these things. Talk about the end goals of relationships, why you're in it, what is the purpose of dating. You know, a lot of things have, what's the word now? A lot of things have plummeted and has just become cruise and vibes. And I really want to see in Nigeria, especially where the youths take things more. I know I'm sounding like a fun sponge right now, but I'm so sorry. This is who I am, right? I just want to see the youths in Nigeria, especially in the dating scene, take things a bit more serious. And it shouldn't just be about cruise and vibes. Like, let there be purpose to it.
Job descriptions. I think Nigerians should talk about people's job descriptions more than they do, because it trickles down into every sector of this country in a sense, because there's jurisdictions for everything. You know, you shouldn't have to answer, if you're in a certain department, you shouldn't have to answer to another department. If your job is to come and clean a house, nobody should be expecting you to peel yam. You know, if you do it in your goodness of your heart, you should do that. But then it trickles into even the civil service. You have people that somebody can leave Ministry of, let's say, Ministry of Eyelashes and go to Ministry of Hair or Ministry of Chewing Gum and be telling them what to do because he's the DG of Ministry of Eyelashes. It doesn't make sense. I feel like we should work better on people's job description so that we don't blur lines and cross into people's like spaces. I feel like that's something we should discuss.
What frustrated you the most about Nigeria this year?
A lot. A whole lot. A whole lot that is still currently frustrating me. There's just a lot. Why is it about Nigeria? Why are we talking so much about Nigeria?
But at the mention of Nigeria, I am frustrated. Every single thing in Nigeria frustrates me. From every single ramification. I mean, it's just stressful to be Nigerian.
What is not frustrating about Nigeria?
Everything. The leaders, Nigerians themselves. Because to be honest, Nigerians are no better than their leaders. But
the fact that our government is just, they're just, figureheads. They're just doing things. I think we have so much potential as a nation, as a people, but we're plagued by bad leadership, to be very honest. It hurts so much to see the kind of mess that Nigeria has become in terms of failed promises. Let's leave the part of promises. Why is basic amenities, why does it become a thing of a privilege? There's just a lot, and majorly for me, it's the government, it's the system that has frustrated me the most. I've seen a decline in the level of creativity from creatives because of the government, because of the nation. You know, you want to shoot, there's no light. You want to do this, it's just crazy in 2025. So that has been my most frustrating thing, honestly, the Nigerian system.
Having to say bring back our girls again, that was quite crazy. And I think a lot of Nigerians, especially Nigerians that live in Lagos, they're just oblivious to the things that go on in the north, the things that go on in any other part of Nigeria. I feel like it's like, oh, it's not my business, it's not my family's business, it's not affecting me, so they don't care. And that's just not the mentality to have. Like, nobody's free until we're all free. So yeah.
The sexism frustrated me the most, like the femicide, the gender-based violence. That upset me a lot about Nigeria this year, and the complacency of men in those situations.
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw that massacre thing, and the whole kidnapping, and I feel like there's a lot that has happened the past few months, right? And I'm not a fan of horrific things. A lot of people would go watch those type of videos. I can't watch it. I just need to see it. I just need to see it right up and already imagine how horrific it could be. A lot of things actually pissed me off this year as a nationwide, as the nation Nigeria is concerned, a lot of things that happen. But what can I do? Just another Nigerian speaking to, I don't know, an end course or something. But a lot happened, and I feel like for me, it's mostly the killing, the Kwara State incident, kidnapping as well.
It just seemed like things weren't getting better. And as somebody that feels things deeply, it puts you in a certain headspace where it feels like you're chasing your tail. You kind of feel stuck. And so that's something that frustrated me, because it's like there was no way you turned where things were getting better. It's slightly better now, but I'm just saying, beginning of the year, when like everybody was panicking and everything was hitting the fan, it was just like you're chasing your tail constantly, and it was very frustrating.
How Nigerians like to live in this space of delusion, and those that are bold enough to speak the truth of the reality are castigated. I hate that so much.
The rapid price increase, and I don't know, it came as a shock. Like today you're spending like, let's say 60k, 70k for like your monthly upkeep, and next month everything you got this month has been doubled. That came as a shock.
Specific parts, insecurities. Me personally, I've had to cancel about 2 events because I'm trying to keep myself safe. My parents don't have 100 million naira for ransom. I mean, it's quite unfortunate that a lot of persons are victims currently. I mean, a few days ago, some persons were kidnapped. It's just sad and scary.
What's something about our society that gives you hope?
That gives me hope. I would say the community. Nigerians have a great sense of community. I feel like even when Nigerians leave Nigeria to go to wherever in the Western world or wherever, they still have this sense of community. They have this sense of bond. They have this sense of, this is my brother, this is my sister. And yeah, that definitely does give me hope.
The youth. You guys have power, I lie. And I'm really proud to be, one of you guys, Nigerian youths. I feel like if we are projected properly, our leaders, us that will be the leaders of tomorrow, I feel like we can make a difference. We can do something actually proper. If we don't take in the footsteps of our daddies and mommies that are already there, if we actually don't take in their footsteps, we could actually make a change. I believe so.
I think the Nigerians' young population. My sister and I were having a conversation in the car earlier about, let's say, something as simple as having dreadlocks in a corporate society, right? If people like us who don't give a damn what your hair looks like are ascending in workspaces, that means in a couple of years, nobody's going to care if somebody has dreadlocks in the office. So we're doing it now for children 40 years from now so that they can have whatever hair they want to have.
Yeah, our resilient spirits. It's just, I tap from the next person by me. I mean, when we are humans, when I get very tired and all of that, but I can see that someone next to me is pushing on, and I just have to feel my hope.
The people. Oh yes, the people, 100%.
The rate at which we used to joke. Nigerians joke about everything. You could be in a very bad situation and there's somebody by your side with a pending joke. I feel like we always find a way to make good out of any bad situation. You can see someone crying and the person is still putting in effort into making you smile or making themselves smile. I feel like that's what's needed to actually go through whatever we're facing right now. The level at which we used to cruise. That's why I'm proud to be a Nigerian.
Something about our society that gives me hope is that Nigerians are generally happy people. I think there was a study that some British psychologists did, and it was like Nigerians literally are one of the happiest people like on this planet. So it's nice to know that irrespective of how we're suffering, we can still be smiling. So yeah.
I don't think anything about society gives me hope. The only thing that gives me hope is my faith in God. It's the only thing that gives me hope. Human beings are fleeting, feelings are fleeting. To be fair, if I say somebody kind of aids me to have some kind of hope, it's my family, maybe my mother. Yeah, because that's my hero. So she kind of gives me hope to keep pushing every day.
The creative sector, specifically fashion and visual arts, the potential there is absolutely limitless, and despite all the constraints, those industries are really thriving. There's a lot of money to be made there, and I mean, I think I can speak for everyone in saying outside of oil and gas that has also seen a downturn, the creative arts have really put Nigeria on the map in the globe in a positive way.